2 of the NBA playoffs continues as we come up on Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinals on EA Sports. From Scotiabank Arena in downtown Toronto, tonight the Toronto Raptors taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Seated next to Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Sixers coming into play. They lead this finals 3 games to none. And the impressive win in Game 3 means they are well on their way to moving on.
And I'll tell you what, I am shocked. I mean shocked that we're here at 3-0 right now. I really thought this was going to be a battle. So now on the other side, this is a test about who you are as a basketball team. Do you have the resolve to fight back, or are you resigned to the fact that this one's just about over?
Redick. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Kyle Lowry with the rock. To Valanciunas. Joel Embiid. Huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Got it.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Leonard to Lowry. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Off the mark on the first free throw. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. To Covington. Cashes in for 2.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Leonard to Danny Green. Joel Embiid sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Danny Green. Shot clock winding down. Here's Leonard for 2. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Sixers control it. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Lowry with it. They trail by 7. To Leonard. No good. J.J. Redick. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Lowry into the front court. His team down 9. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
And stuffs it home. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
New blood coming in for both sides. Fred VanVleet to Danny Green. Jonas Valanciunas missed his first. That one goes.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Simmons with it. It's an 11-point game. Stuffs it down with authority.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Pascal Siakam to Danny Green. Here's a chance from long range. Off the iron. No good. Knocks it down from mid-range.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Can't miss those. To Covington. Has a chance. Add 2 points to the board.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Pascal Siakam, strong finish. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Gets to the basket and scores. He'll let one fly from half court. We're 1 quarter down in Game 4. Back with more after this. It's the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Ball's controlled by Lowry. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go. Finally. Shoot your shot.
Simmons with it. His guy's up by 15. Gets a shot and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Looking to make something happen. Now pass stolen by the Sixers.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Oh, Ben Simmons. He's now 5 for 6.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
The rebound belongs to the 76ers. To Simmons, leaving no doubt, slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Fred VanVleet. Here comes the screen. Fred VanVleet. The pass set it all up.
Old school equals high percentage.
Here's Simmons with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Ben Simmons trying to cash in on a three-point play. 56% for his career. Simmons converts the three-point play. The Sixers increase the lead. It's the Raptors with the basketball.
I told you the screen was coming.
Fred VanVleet to Valanciunas. Short jumper off the mark.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets.
Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
Valanciunas to Lowry. Fires the three. Cleans it up. Jonas Valanciunas. 2 of 4 now.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Embiid, good for 2.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Leonard. Stuffs it down with authority.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First free throw is good.
Like practice.
Able to convert on both free throws. Lowry has the basketball. To Leonard. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throws good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. Simmons into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Covington. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Robert Covington trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throw's good. It's a three-point play. This big first half continues.
Here we go. My ball. I got him. Here we go.
Leonard to Ibaka. To Lowry. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Kawhi Leonard. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To Leonard. Joel Embiid pins it.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
And the slam.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Short jumper won't go down. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. We've reached halftime here in Game 4. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Lowry into the front court. His guys down big. Well done, Kyle Lowry. Not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Driving right to the basket. Stuffs it down with authority.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Hands up. Hands up.
Lowry to Danny Green. Lowry buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons to Embiid. Joel Embiid. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Shot from the lane won't go. And finishes strong.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
It's Covington with the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Close out.
The shot by Lowry misses. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on a defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Lowry to Ibaka. Has a look. Serge Ibaka. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Look, as a player, this stuff happens all the time. No need to make this into something bigger than what it really is. Move on to the next play, get locked in.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Lowry with it. Down a bundle. Danny Green. To Lowry. Five to shoot for Toronto to Danny Green. Lets it fly from long range, and it's Simmons to claim the rebound. Count it.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Into the front court comes Simmons. His guys hold a commanding lead. It was right there. Lowry with a shot that's no good. To Simmons.
He's too small. He's too small.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Sixers have the basketball. Simmons to Embiid. Stuffs it down with authority.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Lowry into the front court. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. From long range, that's rebounded by Philadelphia. To Simmons. And look out.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Nothing going here on that drive. Lowry to Van Vliet. Ibaka. Cleared out by Embiid. Simmons with it. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. Beyond the arc for three. T.J. McConnell, like Rocky, he loves the tough situations.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
And count the basket. Three quarters down, and a great start for the 76ers. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Simmons to McConnell. Going to launch beyond the arc. Second effort. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Leonard to Danny Green. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
T.J. McConnell lays it in.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Finish that. Fred Van Vliet to Valanciunas. They'll get it down to Leonard. Scores from the post.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Simmons. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Here comes the screen. The drive right to the basket. Joel Embiid with a piece.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. To Danny Green. to Lowry. Danny Green to Lowry. For three, and Kawhi Leonard buries the three with a hand in his face.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Sixers control it. Throws it down. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Gets a look. Can't hit.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Looking to make something happen. Redick with it. His guys holding the big lead. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons. That pass taken away by Toronto. To Danny Green. 4 threes. Off the mark.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Lowry to Leonard. Jonas Valanciunas. He's now 4 for 6.
Valanciunas giving you that size, giving you that length, a guy that can extend the defense. But you kind of forget that he was the 5th pick taken overall in 2011.
Time to shuffle things up. Plenty of contact. The shot no good.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Rebound Saric.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whoop, that's a scary thing to watch.
Simmons with it. He'll run the offense. To Embiid. Tough make through traffic.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Deep three at the buzzer. The Sixers are victorious. They're moving on. Next stop, the Eastern Conference Finals. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers have cause to celebrate tonight, but not too much. They have plenty work to do this offseason. Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Raptors were eliminated from the playoffs today, and I'm sure there are no words that can make them feel better right now. Making the playoffs can be considered a success, but that's probably not what they want to hear right now. Check out the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors.
Game Track. Second chance.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose.